Microphone check. 1, 2. This is the Social Prophet. And I'm back at it with another, it's not really a rant, it's not a list. We're just talking. It's been a little bit since I've been doing my podcast, and I had to get my computer fixed. I had some other technical issues, but we're back, and I'm going to start off easy. And this topic has been on my mind because I've seen it going around the interwebs, and the topic is body count. Now, for people that are married, this might not matter, but for people that are single, you know what I'm talking about. And maybe people that are married. And I will admit that I kind of have changed my mind recently, but there was a time where I'll admit I kind of judged women on their body count in a way. Like, let's say I was dating a girl, I never really wanted to ask, but then if I did, and if they said anything over, let's say they said anything over 20, I would be like, what? You had 20 dudes? And then, which is being a total hypocrite because I've had over 20 girls, right? But then you can go back to the whole, men are different than women, which is where we are going to debate and argue with this shit. And the one thought that crossed my mind that actually made me want to do this was, as usual, women can't win, right? As we all know, I'm actually a kind of a known meninist with my friends. I like to argue for men, but in this situation, I will admit that women can't win. Let me give you an example. If a woman or a girl, no, we'll say a woman. If a woman doesn't put out enough, they get shit for that, right? Oh, she's prude, or a dude will dump her, a dude will leave her, a dude will cheat on her. But then if she puts out, say, the first night, then she's a slut, right? Or if she just puts out a lot, or even let's say a normal amount, she's still looked at as a slut. So I ask you, before you're dating a girl, what's a normal body count? And we're all anybody watching this, you're probably around 30, 35, 40, 50, 60. Maybe I got some older people, but let's stay around 25 to 35. In your head, what is a cool, if you're dating a girl, you're on a first date, what is a normal number? Okay, and then think about your number. And I know when it comes to body count, a lot of the time, the man just wants to have more than the woman, right? So if the woman has, say, 15, but the dude has 30, it should be fine. But if the woman has 15 and the guy has a body count of 7, it's going to be a problem. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, body count is how many people you've had sex with, not how many times you've had sex, how many people you've had sex with. So I put some stuff in my phone, just, research profit. So let's start this off. All right. Now, as it goes for reports and polls and surveys, it's hard. I get a different number for every single one. So that's why when people try to debate me with, but this study says, every study says something different. But let's just go off this. The average number of sexual partners for men and women in the United States is 7. Okay, 7.2. See, what does that mean? But I've seen it ranging from 7 to 12. So let's just call it 10. Could we call it 10? And the average age of virginity is 17. While the average varies based on gender and location, the survey shows that when it comes to what's average, normal doesn't actually exist. Louisiana residents reported an average of 15 sexual partners, while Utah clocked in at 2.6. But the difference makes sense. Over 62% of Utah's residents are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Okay, now according to the survey, 41.3% of men and 32.6% of women admitted to lying about their sexual history. Overall, men were more likely to increase their number of sexual partners, whereas women were more likely to decrease it. Um, so, that's basically what I said, that women are going to lie about it. And then there's also another catch with the whole thing. Like, let's say you're on a date, okay, and you meet a girl, and she says, I've been with two people. So if you're 35 years old and this girl's been with, I keep saying girl, woman, just to be clear, if this woman only had two sexual partners, I mean, is that really fun? Right? Like maybe she's kind of boring or she's not really experienced. So that's not that great for the guy unless he's into that type of thing, right? But if she said 50, you'd be like, damn, how did you have sex with 50 people? But it would be fun in bed, right? She'd be experienced. I just looked up, um, okay, maybe that's where I got this number. I looked up a random question and it said, my girlfriend is 31 years old and told me she had over 50 different sexual partners. What should I think about that? Am I the only one who thinks that's too much? Should I break up with her? Um, See, these type of questions, that's on you. Like you going on Google and typing that, you might as well move on because you have a problem with it, right? But I was kind of like breaking down the math, and let's just say I'm gonna need my calculator for this. Let's and then also with this whole number thing, like I know my generation, everybody I know, and anybody watching this who went to school with me, we all had sex. Every girl had sex. It wasn't even like a question if you're going to. If you were dating a guy or even just seeing a guy or talking to a guy, you had sex, or at least like head or something like that, right? So it wasn't even that big of a deal. I know when I tell stories about like what me and, my crew did, people were like, holy shit, it definitely was not like that when I was growing up. So maybe I'm a little biased in this, but that's why I give girls a pass because I saw it with my own eyes how I've seen girls hook up with a lot of guys and guys hook up with a lot of girls. And if you go count every single guy she did that with, it's going to look bad. But when it was happening, it was just normal, like a lot of these girls, and they have pressure too. Let's not forget that. Like these girls have pressure to put out. So remember that when you're judging a girl. I'm sure, like for dudes, you've been in a situation where you pressured a girl to have sex, or you talked her into it, or she wasn't sure and you talked her into it. So girls definitely have pressure to have sex. And, but like the flip side of that argument is, this was like a viral little video going around on the internet that they say if a man can have sex same with a woman, what's the difference? And the guy's point was women can choose who they have sex with, right? They basically can get any guy they want, but a guy, we just have to take whatever we can get. It's like women give it to us. So if there's a woman who has, let's say, had sex with 30 people, she's 30 years old and had 30 people, that means she like chose 30 people, whereas a guy, if he has say 17, it's like he was just lucky to get 17 girls who would actually have sex with him. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like a breakdown on why women, I guess like a reason why women should be held to a different standard. And women can get pregnant, women can get raped. And so I think that is a problem when it comes to women thinking they can just have sex with any guy they want, which they can, but it's a lot more dangerous. And you guys can get pregnant. Yeah, we have to be the father, but we can leave. So it's not really the same thing. All right, yeah, I was going to do math. Let's just say, and then we're keeping in mind, like most people hook up now, right? Most people hook up. Like I said, I'm going to go back. If you're dating a girl, let's say you're dating a girl on a dating app and you've been on 4 dates and she hasn't put out yet, you're going to be like, yo, what's going on, right? And if a girl just happened to not be in a lot of long distance relationships, let's do the math of how this can add up. Let's start with, we'll go with the average, 17. Let's say she has sex with 2 people a year, okay? And now that will leave us a little room for like maybe she was in a couple of relationships and then some years she was like hoeing up or something, right? So even if we did, I'm not good at math. Let's say we did 17 times 2, that's 34 people. So if she only had sex with 2 people a year, which that could be one in December and then another guy the next December, that's already 34 people. Holy shit. So let's say she she's 35. She started having sex when she was 17, but she was in a 5-year relationship. Okay, 35 minus 17. That's 18 years of sex. Minus 5, she was in a 5-year relationship. But those other years, she had sex with 3 people a year. That's 39 people. Wow. So, um, yeah, I don't know if you guys should be asking girls their body count nowadays, because that just imagine if a girl was like a dude, like a girl who's just like a dude. She started having sex when she was 17, and yeah, she's 35. That's 18. Let's say she had sex with 5 people a year, which is a lot. Let's say this is a lot, but she had sex with 5 people a year. But maybe she went to the club a lot. She did shit like that. That's 324 people. No, whatever. You get the point. That'd be wait, 35 minus 17. That's 18 times 5. I mean, what? If she had sex with 5 people a year from the time she was 17 to 35, that's 90 people. Holy shit. And like to me, if she was single for a while, 5 people if she's going to a club, it's not that much, especially if she's wearing condoms and stuff. So just so women know, if a guy's giving you shit about your body count, let's say you're at like a normal. Now that we know these numbers, let's say you're at 20, and this is by no means trying to make girls feel bad. I'm actually trying to point out that the shit adds up, especially by the time you're our age. And I'm kind of going light with numbers. We could do more, like 4 people a year, whatever, you know. But if a guy's giving you shit about your number, a lot of the time he's just intimidated. It's like a weird thing. Like as a guy, let's say I met like a super cool girl who had a body count of 40. It's like it's weird, right, guys? As in literally guys. It's you don't really know how to react to it, or maybe that's just like wrong of me, or maybe it's not. I know people like Lackawanna. He wouldn't care at all. He wouldn't even think twice about it, or maybe he would. I don't know. But for a guy, is it that wrong for a guy to not want to be with a woman who had sex with 40 people? Right? Just like a girl, I mean, do you want a dude that's a slut? I mean, if a guy had sex with 40 women, like, would you be cool with that? And yeah, I mean, it's just like a tough call. It's a tough call on that. And I totally understand why a guy wouldn't want that. And I understand why guys would be like, that's cool, whatever. I don't care. I got mine in. And maybe the girl that had a lot of sex, she's over it. So when she gets married, she's like, oh my God, I never want to have sex ever again with another guy. Like I just got it in. I did it. That's it. So there's some pros and cons to that. I was going to say one more thing about caring. You can rather care or you can't. Lackawanna said Lackawanna wouldn't care, and some people would care. Whatever. It's just going to be something like that, like it's whatever. All right. Now, let's see what else I looked up. All right, this is something I looked up. Girls' body count, or yeah. All right. Certified sex therapist has seen a rise in the number of male clients have issues with their partner's sexual past, the reasons for which are extremely varied. In a recent case, the male partner was completely devastated to learn that his girlfriend had sex with somebody else while they were broken up years ago. In his words, the thought of being the only one to have been inside of her had become a fetish, and now his erotic energy for her had vanished, she explains. In another case, the man was struggling with his partner's number of lovers being significantly higher than his because he equated sex with love and felt insecure that she was in love with all her past partners. Uh, I kind of remembered what I was going to say. Like, I was actually just talking to Mrs. Prophet the other day, and I was just like joking. I was joking with Mrs. Prophet saying that for a dude thinking, I'll say me, like thinking about her past sexual partners, in a way, it's like the same thing as cheating. So if you let your mind go there, that's why I think dudes get all uptight. Because like if I'm thinking about the past people she's been with and thinking about the stuff I do with her and being like, damn, like another dude did that to her, it's like it's a lot to handle. So you can't think about it. And I've gotten better with that. Like I'm like, you know what, just forget it. Like it's almost like just in the past, like it never happened. Like I think about me and I'll try to think back of past girls. Or no, I don't, Mrs. Prophet. I totally forgot. But it's almost like I forget. Like it's almost like it never even happened. So I believe girls when you pull up like a dude they used to be with and they're like, I don't know what I was thinking. Or it's like, because I've been there too. Like I've been with girls. I'm like, I don't know. Like I don't, it was a different me. So my advice for dudes is just let it go. Like rather, if you have a problem with it, then just leave her because it's gonna carry forever. You're never gonna let that go. If she tells you a number that's too high, rather learn to accept it or just go because it's not gonna go away. It was there, and if you think about it and you just rehash it and you think about all the different guys, you're gonna just have that same feeling as if she like cheated on you or something. And that's stupid and that's not fair for the woman. As for a woman, lie. I'm telling you right now, just lie. There was something happened. What the hell happened with Mrs. Prophet where I said just lie? I even told her I'm like if you ever cheat on me, just lie to me. I don't care because if I ever catch you, I swear I will never say why did you lie to me. I'll just be like, damn, babe, like why did you fucking cheat on me? I wouldn't be like, why didn't you tell me? I thought we had trust. I would just be like, babe, what the fuck? Because I don't want you to tell me. Like I always tell her too, like if this never happened, okay? But if she hypothetically was at a bar and she got super drunk and like made out with some dude and she was like, oh my God, what did I do? Just lie to me. Like I don't want to know. Why would I want to know that? Like it already happened. I don't want to leave her. We have kids. We have a house. We have a mortgage. We have tons of stuff going on. And then if she told me that, I probably wouldn't leave her, but then I would just be left with that thought. So just lie, And like I said, if I find out, it's like, I know why you lied to me. I'm not a fucking idiot. Frickin', ooh, damn, I'm not an idiot. So to any guys watching this is not a pass to make out with Mrs. Prophet. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that sometimes the less you know is the better. The less you know, the better. What you don't know won't kill you. See, I suck, man. I'm just the worst with that type of stuff. I think I got it though. But anyways, this was a quick little 1-2 about body count. Like I said, don't give women shit for it. And if you're that type of guy that will, then just find a virgin or something. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't have both. You can't just get with a woman who has a high body count and then berate her, make fun of her, talk shit on her for her body count. It's in the past. It already happened. Think about you. All you try to do is get girls. I know that men and women are different, but nowadays it's like the same thing. So think about the pressure of you and your friends you put on women. Oh, I thought it was all. Think about the pressure you and your guys put on women, and that's the pressure they feel. This isn't a feminist movement. I'm part of the Prophet. I'm just kind of seeing the other side, playing devil's advocate. Like I get women's pressure. They can't win either way. So let's erase the body count. Women, lie, lie, lie. Men, lie, lie. Everybody lie. I'm okay with lying. Mrs. Prophet, lie to me. I don't care. But anyways, this is The Social Prophet with What the Heck But Why. Peace.